You're not free from your past until you're able to use it. Your past is conquered when you can use it as your testimony. That's the truth. And the person that denies their past is imprisoned by it. That makes sense? Yes, you lost a child, but God. Yes, you got a divorce, but God. Yes, you are going through financial circumstances, but God. Yes, you messed up, but God. There is nothing, sweetheart, to be ashamed of. You conquered it. It is your badge of honor. You have to free yourself. You have to learn to free yourself. Do you know that your mind can only be freed by you? That's the only way you can free your mind. You have to free your own mind. Everything reflects and falls back on us. Okay? And we have to start having real conversations with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. You can't say you a real person, but you can't even have a real conversation with yourself. You can't even be real to yourself. Am I making sense? Tell me, where's the lie? Now let's get into it. Greetings, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Yes, it is your girl, your big homie, TT, and welcome y'all to TT Talk. Okay. Do my own introduction, okay? Listen, first, you already know, before we move forward, we got to give a special shout out to my team, y'all. The APAP team, for allowing your girl to represent God using this platform. And no, I do not take your time or your ears for granted. Okay? We have to learn to stop allowing our minds to wander. Yeah, we just gonna come out and say it because, honey, my mind will drift off so far. I don't know where I be at times. You cannot allow your thoughts, those negative thoughts, and you keep building on those negative thoughts, and you go deeper and deeper and deeper into your wonder, till you end up one day you're gonna look up like, how did I get here? You almost get lost in your thoughts. Okay? So you can't, let me say this. The only thing the enemy can do, and you know what he's been doing? Because I'm on him. I'm really on him. I'm like, this little thing is slick. All he can do is plot. And it is up to you to pick it up, dwell on it, and act on it. You understand? He just set the plots down there. He just put all these plots. And it's up to you to react and dwell on whatever that plot is. And he's busy. It's like this. Let's just say you got some insecurity problems, right? I mean, we don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on in your head. It's you. The only person that knows your insecurity is you. So let's just say that you have insecurity issues, right? And what he usually do is play on that insecurity. Or whatever that insecurity is. I mean, we are insecure about a lot of things. I mean, some of us can be insecure about our appearance. Some of us can be insecure about our past mistakes, our failures, our social acceptance. There's a lot for us to be insecure about. And what he do is he take that thought and he play it in your mind over and over and over, and you dwell on it. And we have to learn to stop dwelling on those negative thoughts. We have to stop dwelling on those the situations and the circumstances that take place. We can't do that. And I know it be hard, y'all. I know it's hard because it is real. It is your reality. This is what's taking place, and you feel it and you see it. How can you free your mind? How can you escape these constant thoughts? Do you feel like here lately that you are overwhelmed with the voices? Do it seem like it's one thought after another, and it's just hard for you to be free from yourself? It's hard, y'all. It's hard. Listen, whatever that thing is, don't dwell on it. Don't allow your mind to wander deep in those woods, honey, because you're going to get lost. Okay? We have to practice and grasp the concept of freeing our minds. And you have to free this mind every single day. Can I be transparent with y'all? I'm going to be transparent with you. I suffer from anxiety, right? And this was brought on in 2017 when my husband had a really, really bad car accident, and he was down for a year. That's how bad it was. And that's when I adopted the suffering of anxiety. That's when I had that trigger of anxiety when this took place. And I shared it with a few people, but a lot of people don't know. Usually when these attacks come on, don't nobody really know what I'm going through. I will excuse myself, and I go to like a bathroom, and I do these breathing exercises to calm my mind down. And I talk to myself and I said, Tish, everything is going to be okay. Because sometimes these attacks they would come on like out of the blue. And I had several attacks in the past 5 years, right? So here lately, y'all, I had shared this with a loved one that I suffered from anxiety. And this anxiety, y'all, mine was stemmed from, because now what had took place in our life, it made me think, now I think so far in the future. Right. And because now I'm thinking ahead, I'm thinking of all of the negativities, the negative things that can happen, that can take place in the future. So I started freaking out. I'm like, well, what if something happened to my kids? And I'm always thinking ahead, and I have to slow it down. So anyway, I shared this with this loved one. One time we were together, and we were at this place, and I felt an anxiety attack coming on, right? This was maybe about a couple years ago. I felt an anxiety attack coming on, and so I removed myself Nope, they didn't know what was going on. I removed myself, go through my techniques. And let me tell y'all, when I do this breathing, because to me, for me, I believe that you have to have mind control. It's controlling your mind, because it's like almost like when I'm having these attacks, it's like I'm losing grip of reality. Did that make sense? Like I just kind of, everything is fast and my heart rate is up, and it's just it's a terrible feeling. But you have to bring yourself back to reality. So anyway, I had shared with this person at a later date. I said, hey, when we was at such and such, man, I was like, I had an anxiety attack. Right. And at that moment, they was very concerned, and they were surprised that, like, oh, wow, like, so you really be having these anxiety attacks. Right. So anyway, here lately, this person, every time I have a conversation, and I've been going through a lot of challenges here lately, y'all. I mean, a lot. Okay. A lot that you would think that my anxiety would be overload, but it's not. I am dealing with it day by day. And usually I haven't had an attack, I think, since that last time I had one. And you would think right now that, oh my God, she's probably about to have a nervous breakdown, but I'm good. I swear I'm good. I'm in my book. I'm in my word every day, and it helps me get through, y'all. It is real. Okay, it is super real. It's realer than what they telling us on TV. It is real. You just got to do your part. But I notice, y'all, every time I talk to this person here lately, right? They're like, your anxiety, this. And I'm sharing with them, the different little situations that's going on, and they're close. So they see what's going on, and they're like, oh, well, your anxiety. Oh, well, your anxiety. Oh, and your anxiety. Stop that. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Because I realized something. I'm like, hold on. Why? I feel like you are being used to remind me of my condition. You are plotting. And you are opening up that voice, which I'm trying to suppress. And you keep bringing it up. And I have to tell them, I'm like, don't do that. Don't, every time I talk to you, talking about my anxiety. I know I have anxiety, but this is not anxiety. I'm just telling you what's going on. I'm fine. So don't allow people. And so for a moment, I'm like, is it my anxiety? But I knew in the inside I felt fine. I was just sharing a thought. I was just sharing my circumstance. So don't, and usually what happens, and that's what I was talking about with that plot. Someone, it could be a loved one, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a coworker. They don't know that they being used. They will sit and say something, and you listen, you pick it up, you roll it around in your head. And what happens is when you keep playing it off in your head like that, now it's a part of you. Your reality is going to respond to the thought. Am I making sense? If you're constantly thinking a certain kind of way, and when I was talking to this person, it was like anxiety. And then I'm like, what? I felt like that spirit was trying to rise up in me again, because I wasn't even thinking about it. But this person kept reminding me of it. Don't allow nobody. Listen, don't let nobody put their fears on you. Don't let them do it, because they'll put their fears and their expectations on you, baby. Don't let them do that. So I had to come to the conclusion, like, you know what? And I had to call them out. You can't just sit up here and just allow someone to dictate your thoughts. You can't control it going in, y'all, because thoughts are going to come in. That's just the way your mind is made. So know that. That's the way your mind is made. Thoughts are going to come in. You are responsible for freeing your mind and your thoughts, and you got to replace it. You know what the enemy, like, you know what he always say? He always tell you that you can't do it. He always make you feel less than. Any thoughts of like, nah, you ain't gonna be able to do that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna start a podcast. Well, you know you ain't got no money for that. You know what I'm saying? It's always, he's always combating a good thought with a bad one. But you got to learn how to start recognizing it. You got to get acquainted with who got stage on in your mind. Am I making sense, y'all? You know, it's hard. We all have a deficiency. That's that. No one is exempt from that. We all have a deficiency that we deal with, that we have to, like, sometimes, y'all, like, real talk, I'm like, God, why do I gotta have flat feet? Why my feet so fat? Okay, why do I have to have arthritis in my knees? You know what I'm saying? I am like in my 40s. Why do we have to have arthritis in our knees? Why do I have to deal with these thyroids? Okay, why do I have in my thyroid, y'all? That's another story for another day. I keep going to the doctor and they talking crazy. Okay, but we're gonna do our part. Okay, and go on and stay on top of things, but I'm asking myself, like, why do I have to deal with that? And it's a lot, y'all. And it's like, why do I feel like my mind is the way it is? But what I realize is that I'm not the only one. Yeah, mine might be my flat feet, my knees, and you know, my anxiety, my thyroids, and you may be dealing with whatever you're dealing with, whatever it is for you. See, everything is going to go against freeing your mind. Every day when you wake up, everything is going to go against that. Because everything's wants to throw distractions to get you off and make you worried and fill you with anxiety. And it happens every day. Whether you go into that job, the pressures of your job, the pressure of paying your bills, the pressure of raising your kids, the pressure of meeting the expectations of other people. That's a lot, and we are dealing with a lot here lately. What are you doing with your load? What are you doing, baby? How you making it these days? Expectations. Let me give you this, and I'm going to get out your hair. Okay, I'm going to get out your hair. Listen. There was two men, okay? And they both worked for this corporate law firm for 20 years. Okay. So the corporate decided to get rid of their position, and they both got fired. Wow. That's a blow. Okay. One man goes home. He's depressed. He's crying. He's drinking. He's upset. He is tempted to kill himself. And the other man smiles and he said, God, what do you have for me next? See, it's all about perception. Everything starts here. Like, I need us to get acquainted with our minds. You got to get acquainted with your mind. Everything that's coming from you is not good for you. Man, I was reading the Bible just on the way here. I'm in Ezekiel, and oh my God, I swear, y'all, it's like soft porn. I'm not lying. Go read Ezekiel, y'all. I mean, I swear, he done said prostitute at least 100 times. Go in Ezekiel. And I realized that God don't care nothing about your past. He care about what you are doing right now. He don't care. And he will deliver you for his name's sake. If he put his name on you, he is not going to fail. You cannot lose with God. Say it with me. You cannot lose with God. Point blank and the period. And I know you're facing a lot of challenges. Throw your weight on him. Listen, all those rituals and stuff. Listen, that was the Old Testament. Don't be doing all that. What did Jesus say? We're going to go back to what Jesus said, because I talked to some of you too. And we're trying to find these answers, and we're diving, we're getting further away for what we need to get connected to. At the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, it's about your relationship. It's about your relationship with God. Can't nobody take that from you. And once you tap in, I know too much. There ain't nothing nobody can say. There ain't nothing you can say can deter me from God, because listen, God can not be explained. I can't explain all of his goodness. I can't explain how he works. He can only be revealed. That's how I know it works. Through my experience and my hardship. All it's doing is making a muscle. When my husband had that accident, God kept providing. You talking about a home that was built on a 2-person income. We got 3 kids. To now our income is sliced to a quarter of what we were making, and we ain't never missed a beat. And you know what it did? It ain't do nothing but build a muscle. So every circumstances that we knock down, I'm building a muscle. And I got another testimony I want to share with y'all, but I ain't gonna give it to you right now. But God, it's doing it. You know what it is? It is building my confidence in my walk with him. Because now that I know, he done gave it to the right person, honey. He done gave it to the right person. And this is for you. Let God put his name on you. Do your part in your seeking and in your exploring. Let's scratch all that. Go back to what Jesus said, y'all. What did Jesus say? What did Jesus say? He said, repent. That was the first thing he said. Go to your right. Don't listen. Don't just sit up in here and listen to me and go and do your own. Listen, this is the time where you're going to have to start doing you're going to have to do your own work. You're going to have to do your own homework. Mom and daddy ain't going to carry you through. So what I'm saying, you don't believe what I'm saying? Go back to the Bible. The first thing he said, your girl going to give it to you. He said, repent. So we have to change our old ways of thinking. And you don't change just like that. It don't happen overnight. If you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior, you can click off this, right? Your situation doesn't change. Who changed first? Your mind. Your mind has to change. Kingdom living starts in your mind first. That's where it starts at. It's your perception of things. Just like the 2 men, you got one that lost a job and he took himself out. And one is like, hey, God, what do you have for me next? Ooh. Because when that trial show up in your life, that's when you know God is near and something is getting ready to transpire. And that, my friend, is the absolute truth. So hold on. Keep the faith. Seek him every day, not just on Sunday, not just on Saturday. It's an everyday seek. In order for me to have a decent relationship with my husband, my relationship with my husband is unlike no relationship on this planet, because we have intimacy. We spend intimate time together. right? You have to make God a part of your life every day, because the enemy, he ain't taking no breaks. Your mind gonna keep working. Your mind gonna keep doing what it do. Your situation is still gonna be there. It's your perception and why you see your situation. Okay? So seek him every day. You should be putting something in your mind. You know what I've heard? You know how they say that we have to get 10% of our earnings to God? You need to give 10% of your time daily to him. And when you do it, when life is doing what it's doing, the word is the reinsurance that he is not going to let you fall. Believe me, y'all, I've been up against some Red Seas a couple of times. I've been up against the Red Sea, the Blue Sea, a Purple Sea, a Black Sea. They keep coming. These seas keep coming, but I keep busting them down. He keep busting them down for me. And now this last situation that took place, I said, okay, God. So I don't care even if it's at the last minute. He always come through. He have never ever failed me, and he haven't failed you. And you know how I know he didn't fail you? Because you are here today, and you are still standing in spite of whatever life is throwing you. Free your mind. Every single day you fight for your freedom. We are all in a battle, fighting in our own wars. Every last one of us. I told my son, I said, everybody in this house got something they suffer with and that they deal with. It's how you deal with it. Everything starts here. Don't allow your mind to dwell on negative thoughts and begin to wonder. Don't go deep in that basement, because it's like this door, and you will go in this door, and then you'll go down deeper, and then you go in this door, and then you go down deeper, and then the days turn into 2 days, and then it turn into a month, and then it turn into 2, and then you start losing grip of your reality. You fight for your mind every day. You cannot do this on your own. You have to use some type of affirmation. You got to get in this word. There ain't nothing else to say. How's your system working? Is it working for you? The way you do things, do you see a change? Because I don't know what's going on. This is a true story. I was talking to, we just moved. And I was talking to the guy trying to get my internet together. And he was over in the Philippines. And I hope you watching. Hey, Justin, from the Philippines, right? And he was telling me, now we getting the cable together, and we waiting to get the internet together. And so we're waiting in the meantime, in between time, me and him, we start talking, right? And so he's telling me, I'm tired. I got to take care of everybody in my family. I'm tired. I said, you tired too? That air is over there in the Philippines too. He said he is tired. He is tired. And we had a good conversation. We were talking about God. I said, I understand you tired, brother. I understand you tired. And I think about my life in its totality and everything that I've been through. And I think about how he kept me, man. He is so good. He is real. Let me tell you, he is, and he has kept me from everything. And I'm so blessed, and I'm so full for this opportunity and to be here to talk to you and to lift your spirit, because I know you're hurting. I know it. I come encounter with so many people, and I'm like, what are you doing with all of that? And people are running around here with like a chicken with their head cut off, trying to figure it out on their own. You cannot. We have the key. Do your part so he can do his. We serve a mighty God. And you will not fail because his name is on you. Do you understand? Listen, God loves you. Gosh, he loves him some you. Whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, when you were born, when you were created in your womb, before you even had knowledge of this world, God loved you. He did. Thank you. He did. He do. He did. He do, child. He really loves you. Thank you for allowing your girl to pour this sweet tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God is going to do. Listen, God doesn't care nothing about your past. He don't care about what you did. It's the past. Ain't nothing we could do about it. He care about what you are doing now. He care about how you gonna move forward in this day, especially since you got the tea. Work on yourself, sister. Work on yourself, brother. If you tap in, he'll come in. And the beauty part about it, he will meet you right on your level. The way he speak to me may be different than how he speak to you. And it's okay. That's how awesome he is. How you think God speaking all these different languages? He's the God of this universe. So over in Philippines, he could deal with Mr. Justin. Over in Africa, he could deal with whoever he needs to deal with. That's how great he is. Man, this thing will blow your mind out. Literally blow your mind out. Okay, it will just take you out the game. And he's so good, and I just need y'all to tap in because I love you. I love you, and I want the best for you. Y'all listen. Y'all go out there and you live a blessed life. Fight for your mind every day, because every day you're going to have to fight for your freedom and your peace. Okay? Until next time, friend. Mwah. Bye.